Yeah, we'll tune into Ricky's feed. You'll be able to hear yourself.
I just started it again. I stopped it earlier to make sure the audio was working and everything. So, Phil, I just now started it, so it'll catch everything from now and on.
Okay, yeah. Looks like I'm subscriber number 3.
And since this is the second one I'm making tonight, I had labeled it AB9PF live stream number 2.
Alright, just fine business. So, man, it looks like I'm going to have to try to get out there a little more, Mike.
Oh, yeah, the grass is growing. I got mother's cut today.
I'm going to have to find a goat if I don't get mine mowed pretty soon. Boy, it is growing. To work with a guy, he'd get him a fresh goat every spring and then barbecued for Halloween. Hey, Mike, you or Phil, either one of you guys ever go out 111 right past St. Joe going out towards Bennisville? On the left is the guy that's got a woven wire fence up. His whole yard and everything is fenced, and he must have a dozen of those miniature goats in there. I never seen nothing like it. And that'd be north or south there of the chicken house.
I haven't seen it. Phil, you asked the question, is it south of the chicken house?
Yeah. There's St. Joe. And I think the one I was thinking of would be north. Okay, it's been a while since I've been on past the chicken house, but I'll look for that next time I'm up that way. It's been a while since me and their house just went rambling around up that way, but no, when I went down there at IUS, boy, I ate many a cheeseburger and a plate of fries from that chicken house. They got some good chicken there. Oh yeah, bar none. And I can remember talking, how it is. You're a student, you is on tight budget, but they go there and tell you eat lunchtime or whatever. Man, all they had is big dining room that they have on it. Wasn't theirs then. It was just the original little tavern. And for my business, you get a paper plate just rounded over with roasted French fries and a big old huge cheeseburger and something to wet your whistle. And to this day, I can remember it was $2.85. I expect what that costs somewhere now. It's probably $8.85 now. Yeah, I can't imagine. But yeah, for about 75 cents more than going to McDonald's, well, you got 3 times the food. I've been wanting to go out there for a while. I've been trying to talk the wife into going out there, and I'm gonna get out there soon. Yeah, I haven't been there probably 10, 12 years. I'm assuming they still do the cafeteria style and all. Like I say, it's grandma's cooking. Yeah, last time I was there, I don't know, probably 5, 6 years ago, it was more of a sit-down restaurant. Oh, yeah. I figured I could catch up. That's, Mike, do you have any idea how long that establishment has been there?
No idea.
Yes, and how long it's been there, Phil? Yeah. I know the original place was on the north side of the intersection, and it burned down, I guess, back in the late 60s or early 70s. And then they moved to the building where it's kind of is now. And then, like I say, it's just like used to be almost like a big old farmhouse, for this little tavern, and then they added the I guess back in the late 70s. Yeah, I remember when I went to grade school at St. Joe Hill there. It was there. It's been there since back as far as I can remember. Or something there anyway, not like it is today. It was just like a little old house, and it was attached in there. And I forget, one night during the week, and this may still go on, they have a big euchre tournament every week. I don't know if they still do that or not. Yeah, I don't know if I can remember that, because I had some friends and all. I think it was like Thursday night, or Tuesday or Thursday night, because they drove up there after we had our classes. And, you know, I never think this game. I had some friends there in school, and, you know, they go up there and play. They have a pretty good crowd for that euchre tournament usually. Yeah, I'm sure. Like I say, it's the right place. Should be a big old red plaque for the probably. Well, Mike, got on and working on that preamplifier, that little preamp, and I need to do a auto lead in there, and kind of got it pretty much cleaned up as much. Get those two. You know, come off the power supply at the bottom, but they look good, but you know, once I fire it up, who knows, but if they hold and I don't have no hit sound, I think I might be able to see what this thing can do.
I'm anxious to see what they'll do, that little receiver amp. How old is that?
No idea, because I just might have, you know, we were talking about Indy had that. I knew it was Indy, or maybe Indy, or maybe Dave got in the flea market, and it was used. Up on used, so I'm really not sure what it was. But I had it hooked up to the great receiver, and you know, and remember I was telling you I used this I was using, and a lot of that 80 meter DX got in back, you know, back in the late 80s, and it was using this preamp, so I knew it was functioning when I put the grip on it.
Jimmy knows that Phil's got one of those, he goes to loop on the ground, but it's kind of average antenna to a circle, and he's went through his stuff he had back in the 80s, and it's a little preamp, he's going to put that on the antenna that's laying on the ground, so he's on the... I guess we lost him. Ricky, are you talking to your dad?
No, I'm here.
Well, sometimes when he disappears, he's on Skype.
I know it. We got the attention span of a squirrel.
There you go. My static has increased here. I was just looking at radar to see where it's coming from, but it's all around Montgomery, Alabama, actually all along the Alabama-Mississippi line, heading south. That's where I'm getting all my noise from. It's gotten worse down here.
Yeah, I see that now, Dave. There's quite a bit down there and around Mobile and all that.
It must be
It's 115 over there up here now. That
Orange Beach where Chip goes sometimes. Ain't heard him too much either this week.
Oops, I double with you, Dave. Say it again.
I was just saying, it looks like it's going to be cutting up pretty good down around Orange Beach and Gulf Shores where Chip goes vacation. But I haven't heard much from him lately.
I texted him a couple of nights ago to get on, but he said it was he was watching movies with his wife, so he wasn't available.
Yeah, I wonder if he ever fixed his antenna.
I don't know.
I think Dad talked to him the other night.
WB9 Jackson.
KJ AJ5MB.
AB9PF.
AB9NA.
There he is, Mike.
Asking if I talk to you.
Chip.
Oh, yeah, I talked to him one night this week for a little while. He said he's doing fine, but they're about to work him to death down there. It's starting to get hot, and the AC business is taking off, and he's working as many hours a day as he can stand it, and he's having trouble making time to even go fishing. That's not good. But he's making time for fishing, but he said he's been pretty busy. Yeah, probably more like he gets the fishing in and makes time for work once in a while when he needs to.
Probably right about that.
Hi, David. Knowing Mr. Chip, I bet you are right.
Mike, did you say you went out to Utah?
Yeah, I went out to Moab.
I guess you drove?
Yeah, it ended up being about, we took about 4,000 miles on the truck. So, yeah, traffic was terrible, but we went down through 40 on the way out, through Amarillo, Texas, Gallup, and then up, and then on the way back to 270.
Oh, okay. Well, hope it was a good trip for you, pulling that camper.
Yeah, it was our 10th trip out there, and it might be our last. We're getting kind of old now, and both of us got medical issues, so it was pretty hard on us driving out there. But we stayed 2 weeks in the campground, and I'm a little magnetic loop, and I was able to work quite a few people. I only put it on the air about 4 days, but you'll like this one, Jim. I talked to your buddy over there in South Africa, Bill. I can't think of his call right now, but you know what we're talking about there. He gave me a 5.8, and he was working long path. And I was pretty impressed. I told him I was on magnetic loop, and he said, "Watch it, he'd be able to hear you." He's got a little bit of a sense of humor, but I thought about you when I was working him.
Yeah, Zulu Sierra 6 Charlie Yankee.
You got it.
I tell you what, he's got a great big beam over there, and it does work well.
Well, I was kind of proud of my antenna because, the neighboring states, California, Arizona, and Utah there, they, a lot of those guys were only getting 5.6, 5.7, and I got a 5.8, and he gives real reports.
Yeah, he does. You were doing real well.
Anyway, Ricky, I play with the ham radio, got my telescope out, did some telescoping, but we mainly just hiked a lot out there, and we got good temperatures, 70, 75 the first week, and then it started creeping up. The last 3 days were 100.
You left just in time to get out of there. Yeah, them hot temperatures will run you out. How close is that to that Monument Valley?
Oh, that's a good question. Monument Valley is, I don't have maps in front of me, but it's probably 150, 200 miles away, something like that.
Okay, I know where Monument Valley's at, but I wasn't sure where Moab was, so I didn't know if he was close to that. That's one place I'd love to take the kids to go see. They've never seen anything like that.
Well, Moab is about maybe southeast of Salt Lake City, about 200 miles. But it's Canyonlands, Arches. There's 2 national parks there. We stayed at a place called Edwards Point, which is a state park, which they're all right here together. And it's right there where the Colorado and the Green River come together. But anyway, it's one of our favorite places, obviously. But it's very scenic, and it would give Monument Valley a run for its money.
Oh, real good. Well, glad y'all had a good time and safe trip. But yeah, I like talking to Zulu Sierra 6 Charlie Yankee. He's a nice contact to get for South Africa. He's always eager to pick up people.
He's so good at handling the traffic. He's just so smooth.
Yeah, and he doesn't deal with a lot of the extra crap that seems to come in, you know, when there's a pile up. So he runs a good station. I enjoy talking to him.
Mike, is that the place that sister told me when they go out there, she said whatever you're going to bring with you in groceries, better bring them because there's nothing real close to go get.
Well, they have a grocery there, but from the park there, it's about 33 miles one way. So, you know, and they had a little bit of problem with COVID when we got out there. I didn't know it. They were actually had upgraded themselves to high. So luckily, we had brought enough food for you know, for the full time. You know, we actually had counted on going to the grocery, but because the infection rate had increased in Moab, we stayed away from the actual town itself.
Yeah, my sister has a Class C, and they don't pull a tow vehicle with them, so whenever they get somewhere, they like to have what they need to stay put, so they don't have to pack up to camp and go shopping. Mike, I sent you a few pictures. You get a chance to look at that. The one, I got a question for you.
Okay, I'm looking.
Okay, this will probably be the second one. You can see there put that new F connector jack in there, right?
You mean on the first picture?
No, it'll be the second one. You'll see two transistors mounted, and then you'll see two RCA jacks, and then an F connector. I put it in the middle. There was a hole already there that fit perfectly. So you got that one?
Yeah.
Okay, my question is, you think I could just short jumper from the new connector to the one there on the right? Just put a little lead in there, or should I bother to go ahead and make another long one and just go over to the switch and attach it to that green lead at that point on that switch? Think it makes matter at all?
I don't think so. I just jumped for it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I figured, you know, that would be a whole lot less, you know, I think it would a better signal, you know. I think I just wouldn't hamper the signal at all. So that to my mind, there's a nice hole there that you can't see underneath that green coil, and in the going to that RCA jack. It'd just be a quick and easy. So once I get that in there, I need to jack down better. I got to go out and get a wrench out of the garage. I might do that till the morning. But once I get that good and tight and put that jumper on, I should be in business. So what was those two capacitors on that last one hold out for me? They look pretty good.
Yeah, well, it may be dried out, but you know it's replaced.
Yeah, it's just funny, like yes, sir. And so yeah, I've got all the numbers on quick and easy to switch them out. That wouldn't be the problem. Just have to order it.
WB9PF.
You can say that to you.
AB9PF.
AJ9MD.
Mike, you're not hearing Dad because he's trying to listen to himself.
Oh, okay.
I went past, I went down 150 there, past your house and waved. You didn't wave back, Mike.
I probably wasn't there.
That was today. We went past once around 11:30, and I think the last time was around 7.
I found my mother's cutting grass.
Yeah, I just stayed on 150. I didn't turn back into your section there.
Well, I'll be looking for you next time. It was hot day, boy. I tell you what. Luckily, her grass wasn't. It didn't take too long to cut it, but it was a pretty warm day.
Yeah, it was. And I'll tell you what, Dad better never get hot sitting at that radio. I sat at his desk trying to work on his pan adapter, and it's got an AC vent blowing right on you. So you should never get hot.
You got a lot of toys down there in that basement. You just need to go down to the dungeon and dig them up.
I know. But, which is a very positive thing, that's all, but it's just going to have to be done the hard way. Just, slip it in there. And plug it in and, let it sit for a few hours before I try to hook it up to anything. You got somebody gaming there behind you?
Is someone checking up on himself?
I just see somebody just leaning back in the chair there behind his head.
Yeah, that's my boy. He's watching YouTube videos. Yeah, he bought that chair, and I haven't been able to get him out of it.
Yeah, I tell you what, I've been online looking at that.
We had old chairs, old computer chairs, and all my hip problems. I couldn't sit in here for very long, so my wife said I could buy a decent chair. I did, and I love it. So my boy followed suit. He bought one even more expensive than mine, but he really likes it.
Yeah, I got that website thing. I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, but this one I'm in now, she's got some age on her, and there ain't no pads where I need pads anymore.
Yeah, I'll get up here and move away from the mic and get up here and let you see the back of my chair anyways. It's a little different pattern than what he's got. almost a perfect double. And I caught both of them. But yeah, this is a comfortable chair. Not real expensive. Expensive for a chair, but I tell you what, it's nice. I can adjust it at any position, and I like its high back and sit up like a racing seat, so you don't move around in it very much.
Yeah. No, I don't think when I looked at them online there, you know, the chair I had there, off the chair there in the sleep lab, it had that same way. I could, you know, raise or lower the armrest, and they were little short ones like that, and you know, I was sitting there sucking for at least 6.5, 7 hours steady, you know, once I got them to bed till I got them up, you know, and it was nice being able to have that function where after a few hours you want to sleep a little bit.
Yeah, my boy's got the one with the adjustable armrest. Mine are made in position, but they got more padding. And as I lean my seat back, the armrests go with it. So, but his adjust all kinds of different ways.
Yeah, this kind of weight, the ones I had there at top mines were like that, and you know, unfortunately I couldn't walk out the door with one to bring it home.
I'll send, Mike has your number. I'll send him the link to the chair I have, and then he can forward that on to you.
Alright, Roger.
I'll be happy to.
Boy, we're getting high tech now, ain't we?
Ricky, I sent you a couple pictures.
Yeah, I glanced at him real quick. I was going to look at him some more.
Really? You gotta look at that antenna. I think you've seen it before, though.
Yeah, if you was giving Bill that kind of a signal over them other guys out there, that's pretty impressive, Mike.
Well, it's like Bill said, engineer, he said, you just caught it at the right moment. But you know, sometimes it makes you feel good, even if you do catch it at the right moment.
Hey, just talking to Bill, that's like 8,000 miles away from here.
Yeah, he had it turned around the other way, and that's probably, I forget what it was. It's like, what, 12, 14,000? I don't know what it is the other way around, but I just couldn't pass that up. And, Jim, once I talked to him, I shut the radio down. I didn't talk to anybody else. I said, after you talk to Bill, there's no reason to, I talked to, Florida, Connecticut, Michigan, and all up down the coast, no problem at all. But once you talk to Bill, that's it.
You're probably talking to about halfway around the world, if not more.
Okay, Mike, I sent that to you, and I think I've seen a picture of this antenna there on the back of your truck. Didn't you have that on your white truck?
No, I've never had a white truck, but I probably a couple of years ago, maybe I sent it to you or something like that. But no, there's probably only 2 of those in the whole country. I'd be surprised if there's more than that.
Oh, okay. I don't know where I got white from. I've slept a lot since then, but that's pretty wild looking antenna. Easy to pack around and take down and set up.
Didn't I talk to you the last time when you was coming home, Mike, when you was in, I can't remember, maybe it was Zurich?
Oh, I think you did. Yeah. That was 2 years ago in the same month, May, and I talked to Hal and Phil, but it wasn't the best conditions, and I even hit JR one morning on 7218, but the band wasn't cooperating too much on in the evening hours.
Yeah, was you mobile when I talked to you that time?
Well, I was stationary, but it was the same antenna.
Right. Yeah, tell you what, that thing sure does work well.
Mike, I just sent that to Dad so he can see it also.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I've seen it before, but it had been a while. I'm thinking maybe you need to make a base station antenna out of that thing.
You know, when I first built that, Jim, I set it on some, sawhorses, to check it out. It didn't like it. It didn't like it at all. Unlike the Octagon loop, magnetic loop, which you just set it, 18 inches off the ground and work. This one, is when I put it on the back of the truck, it came to life. So it's almost like it needs the metal underneath of it. The metal's probably about 22 inches to the bed. It's almost like it needs that truck bed. But the guy that built that is down in Asheville, North Carolina. I asked him if he'd mind if I built it. He said no. Of course, I had to build it off his QRZ page. He didn't send me the dimensions or anything. And so as far as I know, I've handed these dimensions out to a couple people, but as far as I know, there's only 2 of those in the country.
That's really impressive. You think it might have been used in your truck bed as a reflector or something.
Almost like radials.
Something like that. It radiates, off the ends, and it's pretty much a donut pattern. But if you go perpendicular to the antenna, there's a 15-degree null on each side, perpendicular. But other than that, it's just kind of like a regular dipost.
That's impressive.
And that particular one works 40 and 80 meters. I did, as long as you stay within 500 or 600 miles on 80 meters, it works pretty good. Now, 40 meters, obviously, it can work South Africa.
AB9GXX. Next time I talk to Bill, AB9NA, I'll ask him about working my friend Mike on the magnetic loop. He'll remember.
AB9PF.
KJ5MD. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut out of here. It's getting kind of late on my end, and that static is getting a little worse. So anyway, y'all have a good one. Catch you later on. KJ5MD.
Good to hear you, David. Good night, now.
Good night, 73. Good night, Dave. Nice hearing you.
Good night, Dave. Pleasure to hear you. Look forward to hearing from you again.
Well, Jim, he'll probably remember because he was teasing me. He says I shouldn't be able to hear you at all.
What was that, Mike?
I said he'll probably remember that because he said you're not where you're supposed to be. And I said no, I'm in my Airstream trailer out in Utah. And he said, I told him I was running magnetic loops. So he'll probably remember that because he was teasing me, saying that if you're on a magnetic loop, I shouldn't be able to hear you at all.
Yeah, I usually hear him at least about once a week, so it won't be too long. I'll be talking to him probably, and I'll tell him that you're a friend of mine and you was out in Utah on a magnetic loop. He'll remember.
Well, what's funny, Jim, is I worked with him about 6 months ago, and the time before that is 4 years, and he says, how come you waited 4 years to call me?
That's a good question.
I just said, well, everybody, I give everybody else a chance to work it.
Well, that's right. Bill's the kind of guy, I got to call him quite frequent because when the bands were so terrible on DX, you could always hear him usually. And he said, oh no, call me every night. If you hear me, he said, that's what I want. So, my God, I've talked to him so many times I don't even log him no more.
When I worked him, he said the sun was up, so I'm sure he didn't have much time left.
It's just impressive to me that you could do that. Did you have your little 500 behind it or barefoot?
No, just the 100 watts. Well, the last time I was out there, I worked Europe, Spain and England and South America, and a little bit, Brazil and Venezuela and I think Colombia, but this time I didn't, I was out there for 2 weeks, and I had other things I wanted to do, so I had the radio fired up for about 4 days, and so I didn't really work at it.
Well, there's some people around here that can't even work Europe hardly on a base antenna.
Well,
so you was doing very well.
A little bit out there. There's the ground's a little bit better than it is here. I believe there's a lot of copper ore out there, and the the elevation out there is high, so it's around 6,000 feet. It's the high desert, but you're still higher, so it's cheating a little bit.
Yeah, but boy, that's a long way. That was, no matter what conditions were, that's a long way.
It was kind of strange. I don't know, Phil, I don't think I told you about this, but the guys I was working back east, most of them are running verticals. What do you think of that, Phil?
Yeah, that's kind of neat. Very interesting. But there again, though, I can see where you could have, different kinds of polarization, and then sometimes it's just, the way the skip rolls. That chair is awesome. Does that have like what's that under the seat there? Looks like a parachute under the seat. Is that like a leg rest, or what is that?
Yeah, it's a leg rest. You slide it out from the end, and once you get it extended all the way out, it flips up, and it's pretty good leg rest. It's right underneath your calf muscles for the most part, so I never thought I'd use it, and turns out I use it all the time. It takes a lot of relief off you, but yeah, it's a footrest.
Let me hear just found that. I can move to other pictures. Oh yeah, that's awesome. And especially that side shot of the chair. That's Mike. You I don't know though. You got your own pilot seat there. You like?
Yeah, I've got a lounger here, so that looks like neat.
Yeah, it's nice and comfortable. Got that little pillow there behind your head, and it's also got a lumbar pillow, which has a built-in massager in it. You're supposed to be able to plug it into USB. I haven't done it yet, especially with having the surgery there on the lower back, but it's quite comfortable.
Perfect double. Good night, Jim.
Okay, yeah, I heard Ricky and you, Jim, but I wasn't for sure. Ricky, you getting out of here?
Yeah, I better call it a night. It's a little after midnight. Church comes early in the morning, and turns out we got a full day tomorrow.
I understand. Well, I stick with that you got on here, and enjoyed talking with you and your dad and David and Phil. I see you got that thing turned on. You better have fire extinguisher available. It hadn't been fired up in 25, 30 years. So anyway, I'm going to say good night as well. W9GXX.
All right, fellas. Well, I'm going to call it a night. It was a pleasure hearing everybody, and got to do this. So we'll catch up with you guys soon. 73 and all the best. The AB9PF.
Yeah, good night to Steve. And Mike, Mike, you kept me up that Friday time again tonight. So, but 73. Yeah, so far there's no wild hum with it, and that light brings back a lot of memories there, and so I'm not going to leave you here all night running, but if there's any vibration going on, maybe just ever so very faint, and that could just be from that transformer, or I'm not sure.